I know how much you enjoy these videos with the fast team showcases, so today we're having another fast team that is kinda unique, not double charm, instead we're gonna have a single charm up in front while at the back we're gonna use double rock. So this team is gonna smack down your opponents effectively, and I believe you're gonna have a very good amount of solid battles for Ultra League, so definitely one of the safest and fastest ways to get some easy ELO in Go Battle League and therefore Ultra League. So let's see what we have here, because now they're gonna return to the battle with Alolan Mac, and of course we got the rock types at the back which can absolutely handle those poison type threats. Of course you're gonna see that sometimes we might struggle a little bit against ghost types like this Giratina over here, but still we can provide a lot of pressure with our moves. I'm gonna go down here to the next charge attack, which is just a Dragon Claw, and they might have 2 shields, but still I got a full health Aggron at the back waiting to emerge into the battle. This double crunch is definitely gonna take those shields out of play, gonna pass through 1 charm worth of big damage on that Giratina. Now they have Mac at the back returning for the final time into the battle, and I believe that whatever they throw we can easily farm it down still, because we can tank whatever they're gonna go for, especially the Dark Pulses. They know that and they back out before we reach to the Meteor Beam. This team is very strong, and this team will provide to you some really nice clutch wins. Into the next one now with the Aurorus up in front, just gonna switch out to my Crustle, and we're met up with a Cresselia. You know what, this is absolutely amazing for us, because we can still reach to the X Scissors, dealing super effective damage to this Pokemon. I know that still they're not gonna add up in so much damage, but in combination with a few smackdowns we might put it at the point that it's gonna be kinda critical for the Cresselia. Also on the plus side we can absolutely tank 2 of those grass knots, which is pretty crazy. I'm just gonna shield here, I believe, yeah, because we get a chance to finish off the Cresselia, and doing so we might have now Aggron over Aurorus. So landing this X Scissor will mean the world to us, because now Aggron will be paired up with Aurorus, and now it all depends on what they have as their third Pokemon. Seeing their alignment like this, I do not think that they have something like a Steel type. Because if they do, they are gonna be extremely weak to the fighting, and perhaps they want to avoid that. So I'm expecting something like a Ghost type, to be honest, to cover that fighting threat even more at the back alongside Cresselia. So reading the opponent lines is always the key sometimes, and instead of a Ghost type they have a Charizard which is just gonna get destroyed down by the smackdowns. They can still reach the Dragon Claw, which is enough at this amount of HP, but then the Shadow Charms cannot be appreciated at all by Charizard, and we're gonna take this victory with our lead Pokemon. Into the next one now, and we're having a very good lead against this Giratina. So this team is gonna get some really nice leads obviously for your team, and even against bad leads you can always rotate around your Crustle and have the upper hand. So this Gengar is gonna definitely be kind of a problematic one, because it can tank those smackdowns while it can provide some pressure with the charge attacks. However, it is kinda glassy, so by tanking so many smackdowns means that they're gonna go down eventually. So right here I'm just gonna go with a double rock slide, gonna bring the Giratina super low. At the back they have the Alolan Mac, and Aggron can definitely go and start farming up all that crucial energy. With that in mind, we're just gonna keep going at it with our Steel type Pokemon. I know that whatever they throw, we can absolutely survive, while we can charge up our attack stat with a potential Meteor Beam. So what I like about this team is that a lot of trainers tend to use Poison Darks right now, especially Mac and Skuntank, all the time at the back, so that you can definitely have at least one really good matchup with your back line. So into the next one, when we're facing Deoxys, which is pretty bad to be honest, because it can still beat down our Granbull here if we are not careful, and has a very nice outcome against our backline for sure. So definitely a very bad one for us, and we will try to catch one Psycho Boost, I believe, eventually on our Crustle, because I was counting the moves. I know that they need 8 of those counters for the Thunderbolt range, 7 for the Rock Slide, and 5 for that Psycho Boost. So counting correctly here will get me some really nice farm down on the Deoxys in the process. Now they return to the battle with Giratina, and seeing Giratina makes me think that whatever there is at the back might also be weak to my Aggron, so I'm just gonna go all in with my Crustle over here. So this ends up being just an Ancient Power, so this means that they might not even have Shadow Sneak or Shadow Force on their Pokemon, which is absolutely very good for my Aggron. So Aggron now can go in against the Charizard once again, and we're just gonna destroy them down. Can you imagine their faces finishing off my Crustle and saying to themselves, okay, we absolutely got this now, there is no reason at all to panic, the Rock type is out of the way, Charizard is absolutely gonna be devastating for this battle, and then they see another Rock type coming in. Yeah, that is the good stuff. So anyways, Crunch here is just gonna dominate against this no shield scenario with Giratina, and we're gonna take this amazing victory. Another good lead this time against Dragonite with our Charmer, and on the switch we're met up with Swampert. So Swampert is definitely a troublesome Pokemon as well for this team alongside the Oxys, because with proper shielding it can still finish off Granbull, but at this point we can absolutely pressure a lot on the 2 shield sacrifice. So they might have the upper hand with the shields, but still we know that they have a Pokemon like this Dragonite, and we're just gonna go to town with our backline anyways. So Skartan here is just gonna stay into the battle, gonna get to the Crunch, and we know that they are ABA weak to my Aggron at this point, so we can definitely have the upper hand no matter what happens over here. We're gonna go down to the Crunch, but still Aggron is just gonna go in, and as soon as they're gonna see it, most likely they will back out, so this is gonna be an amazing victory as well. Seeing a neutral lead like this Cofagrigus for the next battle makes me think that I have to switch out obviously to my Crustle to draw out something that Aggron might be afraid of, and that's something that I'm looking for is either a fighter or Swampert, so most likely we're gonna do exactly that. So Rock Slide here on the Charmer, actually the Fairy Winder, and it is not a charm at all right now, and this is looking pretty promising for me because now I can easily farm down with my Granbull while I can keep hidden my Aggron for the end game. So doing so, we still have 2 shields into play. They also do so we might rely only on the fast attack scenario to finish them off. At the back they have a Weezing on its Galarian form, so shielding might be kinda wise here because they have totally charged up to the overheat. I was thinking about shielding or not because they could have gotten to the bait first, but as it seems they want to just go for the overheat, see how it goes, and then obviously switch out to clear the debuff. Cofagrigus here is gonna be kinda weird against my Pokemon, just gonna let the first move go through. That might have been obviously a mistake, but still they could get to back anyways, so sacrificing my Aggron for the greater good and then relying completely for my Granbull and the sweep might have been the better choice overall. Crunch here is not gonna do enough damage, but still will apply the debuff on the opponent, which is just gonna be kinda weird because they took the move while they had the shield, but still the charm is just gonna melt down their total HP, and that's gonna be absolutely wonderful for our sweet victory. Into the next one, and we're having a Walrein up in front. This is not a great lead for my Granbull, but still we can switch out to the Crustle, and Crustle facing a fighter which is weak to the X-Scissors because this fighter is a pseudo one and it's Spark Dark, so we're just gonna go ahead and pressure even more with those X-Scissors. Let's see how well we can do here because on the no-shield scenario we managed to beat them down, and now they return into the battle with that Walrein. So it makes me think that at the back they might have something like a Scrap with a double dark, but yeah, I don't know if that was the case. They back out super early, but I think that was the case since they had the Walrein and Obstacle at the back. Only Scrafty could fill in that spot. So that is gonna be all for today, trainers. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, and of course consider subscribing to my channel if you already haven't, because more than 70% of you haven't subscribed yet, and that is kinda discouraging. So with that said, I also have 2 videos for you to check out, so feel free to do so, and I will see you all into the next one.